Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Last time around we had Combined Strength, where Alex and Olivier were dealing with Sloth, who who started using his super speed, but was very clumsy about it. And yeah, they were dealing with that. Ed and the gang were having some trouble with the Legion, and then Roy came in and basically is being Roy, which is always a good thing. Al was fighting Pride and Kimberly with the Philosopher's Stone, and was able to get the Philosopher's Stone to Dr. Marco to heal up Heinkel enough to deal a very deadly blow to Kimberly. And they got away thanks to Yoki, who ran over a small child, and they were able to get away, and Pride ate Kimberly. So yeah. Other than that, not much else. So yeah. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Here we go.
やっと見つけた新しい朝は月日が邪魔をする
Oh. You know, it would be an interesting twist, though, if that was actually Riza, but it wasn't Roy. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting twist, but I don't know. I love that because Roy versus Lust is such a major highlight of this show, you know? And it's less of Roy versus Lust and more of Roy absolutely curb stomps Lust. Like, it's kind of hilarious how he does it, you know? So I love that now, like 40 episodes later, we have this, which means we have higher budget. So much higher budget. And on top of that, we have everything with Hughes, you know? We have everything with Hughes. To where now it's just... they just, like, took Roy versus Lust and multiplied it by 10. It's magical when you think about it, you know? It's absolutely magical how they've done this now. It's magical, and it's so great. And yeah, and it's two of my favorite characters, too. It's Roy, who is without a doubt my favorite character of the entire show, and Envy, who's just such a fun villain, you know? Now, do I want to see Roy kill literally every other homunculus? Yes, I do. I will settle for just Envy, though, you know? I will settle for him absolutely destroying Envy, you know? Because that's the thing, it's not even a fight, it's a chase. That's it. It's just a chase. He is so powerful that despite the fact that you can do so many things with so many different forms of alchemy, his is by far the deadliest, you know? He burned through the Legion where nobody could. Nobody could do it! And I love his fucking control over it too, you know? I love his control over it. It's so fucking good, you know? And then, yeah, just the fact that you can just keep hitting Envy is so funny. I love that Envy goes into her true form, but that's a terrible idea, because that just means she's a bigger target, you know? They're just a bigger target at that point, and I love he just keeps hitting their eyes too. I don't know why, it's hilarious. And it's interesting, too, because it's like, when he says, yeah, oh, well, you thought you would get in close so I wouldn't do a big burst, but you didn't realize that I could do pinpoint strikes, did you? And it's like, how did they not realize that? That's literally what he was doing the entire time. I love it. I absolutely love... I love it. He is so goddamn powerful. This is like watching Levi fight the Beast Titan, you know? Where it's like, you expect it to be this big, epic fight, but Levi just comes in and fucking curb stomps him, you know? And then he keeps doing that. And that is Roy Mustang. Because Roy, now granted, yes, for a sec, he had a little trouble with lust, I will admit. But yeah, I mean, once he was able to just go off, he just went off, you know? He just went off, and there wasn't a goddamn thing she could do about it, you know? And it's true of Envy. It's true of Envy that there's not actually a way to fight Roy because his flames are just too powerful. And his range is beautiful because he can go far and he can go close, you know? All of it just within his fucking hands, you know? Because that's even the difference between him and Scar, because Scar obviously has so much destructive force. That's his whole thing, is destruction. But he does not have range, you know? He does not have range. Now, the whole thing of, oh, Roy is going to be consumed by his hatred and stuff, and it's like, I don't know if it'll last that long, you know? I just don't know if the fight's gonna last long enough for him to be consumed by his hatred. I think he's just gonna fucking destroy Envy and then be like, alright, I avenged Hughes and now I go finish the mission, you know? I don't know, but yeah, that, oh my god, that was so fucking great. I also love to Envy's thought process. See, this is why, one of the reasons I fucking love Envy is just because she's such a goofball where she's like, oh, I'll take the face of his dead friend. He won't hurt his dead best friend. He didn't hesitate at all. If anything, that made him angrier. 'Cause, like, with Riza, it's like, yeah, there's the possibility that that's the real Riza, and there's a possibility that it's Envy. With Hughes, though, if you see that, I know it's you. I fucking kill you. Not a great plan. Not a great plan. The Fuhrer would not have done something like that. Granted, he doesn't have that power base, but still. The Fuhrer would not be as dumb as that, you know? So fucking good. We're going 2 for 2. 2 for fucking 2. And again, Roy, 53 episodes in, Roy still remains the only man to kill a homunculus, you know? Because the previous homunculus that have died, I mean, you had Greed, but he was beaten by another homunculus and then melted down. And then Gluttony was eaten by Pride, you know? So the only other times this has happened is because they were killed, basically, by another homunculus. But the only human to kill a homunculus is Roy Mustang. And now it's time to go 2 for 2, you know? It's time to go 2 for 2, you know? Time to take out another homunculus. He can just fucking burn through them. And I think that's also just the difference in power, is that the fire hurts and burns. So you don't know how many fucking, lives they have to go through to recover from those kinds of burns, you know? It's so fucking great. It's so fucking great. I fucking love Roy so goddamn much. And it's It's exactly the same reason I love Levi, you know? Granted, he's a bit goofier than Levi. Roy is definitely a little bit goofier than Levi, but I fucking love it. Like, what do we call this character trope of the experienced badass on the good guys team who's just that fucking good, you know? What is the name for that? Like, you got Roy Mustang, you got Levi. And I would also add to this trope, they are also significantly more powerful than the main character, you know? Because I wouldn't put Vegeta in that, unfortunately, because Vegeta is not as powerful as Goku, you know? In the same reason, like, I just watched an episode of My Hero with Endeavor, and I wouldn't put Endeavor in there either, you know? Or Bakugo. So yeah, because it's a very specific... It's a very specific trope, but I've found two characters that meet this criteria. Levi and Roy. I don't know, but I fucking love it. Other stuff this episode, we had Mrs. Bradley on the radio, so this is to sway the public. I like that. Instead of the word being that Roy Mustang is staging a coup, and now you have to follow him once he wins... Now it's Roy Mustang is here to save you from the people that are trying to overthrow the government, the senior staff. You can't fully get the Fuhrer on that. You can't get the Fuhrer, especially with Mrs. Bradley. But to have the public go against the entire senior staff of shitheads, I fucking hate those guys, so I'm glad that they're getting fucked, you know? So that was really good. And I love that cut where it's like, oh, they couldn't breach the gates. They would need a tank. Looks, tank, fires. It's like, shit! They got tanks! And it's like, oh, jeez. It's fucking great. Fucking great. I absolutely love it. Now, next time we get to see what's going to happen with Roy versus Envy. But, I love it. And yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know, man. Every time a show is like, oh, they'll be consumed by hatred or revenge, and it's like, oh, or something like, oh, you shouldn't kill them or something. Man, there are a lot of times, especially on camera here, where I'm like, you could fucking kill him, or like this. It's like, is Roy really gonna be consumed by this? Because I mean, if he kills Envy. There you go. You know, like, he's avenged Hughes. I don't think it's gonna, like, really ruin him, you know? Because Scar was ongoing. And hell, Scar got saved from it, you know? Scar got saved from it, so there's no reason... But I guess Scar didn't get his revenge. He realized the truth, you know? Scar didn't get his revenge, per se. He found a new path, basically. I don't know. We'll have to see. Either way, love the animation. I love watching this man. And again, for me saying it's like he's like Levi but kind of goofy. Fucker is intimidating though. He is terrifying when he is this angry, and that fire is just so great. So yeah, great stuff. I'm excited to see where we're going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.